So this film's styled like a film that's been unearthed from the 80s. Look at this speckly picture quality, just like it's been found from the 80s. 80s. So the film starts with a woman running through the woods being chased by some guy. Just like the sort of thing that you might see in the 80s. Not in real life in the 80s, but in 1980 horror films. I was alive in the 80s and I didn't see anything like this happening. Not outside of films anyway. Lost After Dark. That's very clever because what they mean is this film was also lost and it's just been found and they're showing it from the 80s. That's not true. It's a new film, it's just come out, 2018 or something. But yeah, Lost After Dark. That's hilarious, isn't it? But this film isn't even in the dark. Does that mean this scene wasn't lost? I don't know. There's that guy. So the main characters in this film are a bunch of 28-year-old teenagers who are all getting together to go away for a weekend of camping or something. Their plan is that they're going to steal a school bus and go away. Oh my god, it's a Terminator! He must be the bad guy in this film. He's going to chase after them all and chop them. It's Terminator! He's got this schoolboy in trouble. This schoolboy who's clearly got a beard, so he couldn't be a schoolboy. He looks like he's about 30 or 35. Home of the Lancers. There's one of the main characters here, this girl, and her dad, who looks about the same age as her somehow. They both look like they're about 30. I think her character's supposed to be maybe the innocent young lady. We'll see how innocent she is as the movie goes on. Probably chopped to bits with her guts hanging out. The innocent girl's feeling a bit bad that she's had to lie to her dad about sneaking out to go on this stolen school bus for the weekend. She's found her friend, who's also going to be on the stolen school bus. Her friend who's also about 32, by the way. Teenage, about 32. There's the rest of the ensemble cast. The realistic group of friends that you have together. A jock, a fat guy, a black guy. You know, because school groups are like that. I was in a school group whereby there was one goth, one geek, one jock, one cheerleader, one quiet girl. That's just a typical group of friends at school, that. It's not that all the jocks hanging around together or anything like that, no. Oh my god, it's a Terminator! This is setting the scene for the rebel girl. She's a real rebel, look at her. Her clothes are a little bit torn. She's about 50. So the 8 or so teenagers have all got together now, stealing the school bus, being chased by the Terminator. He doesn't care if he's about 55. He's not that much older than the teenagers who are about 55 as well. He's not very happy about this. Off go the teenagers in their stolen bus. Stolen bus. No one will ever find that inconspicuous vehicle.
It's officially time to party!
They're gonna party! As they're going along the road, the school bus accidentally brakes. What a shame at night down a quiet road. So we've got 8 teenagers kind of stranded out in the wild. Near a creepy old house, of course. Teenagers are about 36 or so. So what happens when your bus breaks down? All the girls from the bus get off and decide to change their clothes outside where anyone can see. Exactly what might happen in real life. In the 80s, with teenagers who are about 37 or so. So the teenagers have accidentally found a house, but they've accidentally parked their broken bus next to. It has an ominous zoom. And along comes the Terminator. He doesn't need to run, he's got some kind of silly sports car. He's sporting a car. Sports car, that's a joke. It's one of my jokes. So the teenagers, the 38-year-old teenagers are approaching the old house because, you know, if your vehicle breaks down at night and you see a really ominous looking house in the darkness, a house that's clearly abandoned and looks like it's covered in crap, you'd surely just go inside and make yourself at home, wouldn't you? Let's take a look what happens. In that situation, the teenagers all split up into pairs or groups of 3 or something and look around the house, just like what would happen in real life. You wouldn't all just stay together. in a big, mysterious, dirty, old, scary house. Now, split up, that's the way. Sometimes this film seems to remember that it's supposed to be an old 80s film and it puts on this filter over the top that makes it look like an old film. And sometimes it forgets, so it looks like a modern film. Very clever, very good technique, love it.
Very rough.
I don't.
I don't like it.
I don't.
Oh, come
I mean, it's fine until suddenly you see the speckles go across the screen, then you remember that they've forgotten to put it on. So we got like 15 minutes or so of people just looking around a house. That's longer than it'd take in real life to look around a house, but somehow they're taking about 15 minutes in a film to look around a house. In pairs. And they're about 39 years old. Teenagers.
What do you think of the West?
Finally upstairs in the house they find like a bunch of old bones and jewellery and stuff. Kinda stuck together.
Hey man, look, if you want to
That's dead scary, that.
appreciation, you be my guest. I mean, I'm trying to get the hell up out of here. Who's with
The 80s effects are back.
Some of these are human.
The very realistic teenagers are looking for the big one who's gone missing. He's strung up on some shed. I'm not quite sure how one guy can subdue someone so big and string him up on a shed like that. He must have some kind of extreme strength. Oh my god, there's barbed wire and blood. Don't show this to your kids. Not unless they're interested in barbed wire and blood. And teenagers are about 40. Ooh, it's hideous! The remaining teenagers are being attacked by some killer now in the house. In the basement. The look of the killer's terrific. It's a dirty guy with some beard. Kinda looks a bit like the homeless guy from Hellraiser. But it's not the homeless guy from Hellraiser. This dude's trapped in the basement with a killer. He can't even pick up some key or something. Poor teenager. Who's about 41 or so. Actually, I'm quite impressed with this bit. The killer's got some kind of giant screw device. But he's twisting into the guy's back. Killing him to bits. Twisting his back into bloody shreds. This poor teenager who's about, I don't know, probably in his 40s. He's about to get a piece of glass in his eye. Reminiscent of a scene from Zombie Flesh Eaters, of course. Oh my god, watch out, kid. An aspect to this film that I find a bit puzzling is that the kids don't actually seem to want to escape this house. They just kind of hide in the house, then run over to the barn, hide in the barn, then run over to the house, hide in the house, then run over to the barn, even though there's a road outside where cars go up and down it and stuff. They just kind of want to stick around and be killed off one by one. And now this stupid pair decide to hide inside a car, thinking that the killer won't ever find them, hiding inside a car in the barn. Even though he's probably seen them get inside a car in the barn. I wonder if they're going to die inside this car in the barn. Teenagers, somewhere in there, between their 30s and 40s, I guess. That's the actors, not the characters, the teenagers. And at last the Terminator's found a bus. Is he going to come and save the day and save the kids? Or is he going to get the kids in trouble and not give a shit about what's happened? Nice car though, Terminator. And in a massive surprise, the killer's discovered that they're hiding in the car. And somehow he stabbed straight through the car with a garden fork. One of those forks that can stab through chairs and metal and stuff. I used to have one of them. I didn't. I just made that up. Just being sarcastic for the film. This guy's like, I'm gonna hide under the car. The killer's like, I'm gonna crush you with a car. That's over now. Stupid teenagers. Who are older than teenagers. At last the Terminator arrives at the house. He's not very happy about this. This girl's like, I'm the only one left. And he's like, nobody messes with my kids. Not even ones that steal the school bus.
Stand down and tell me where they are.
You don't understand.
Because I'm the Terminator.
Are they in the house?
I'm not. He is. That man. So the girl runs off again, gets back to the school bus, has a look around, tries to drive, can't drive, hears something at the back, can't see anything, turns around. Oh my god, this buddy's on the bus! He's hiding here somewhere. Don't know why she didn't see him just now. Don't know why he does some kind of funny lunge, when with all the others he just sort of struck out and killed them. Last girl syndrome. Tussle on a bus. Hope he's not touching her up. The other girl's dad arrives. Luckily he's got his gun because it's America where everyone has guns.
Son of a bitch.
Takes care of the bad guy. Shoots him to bits. End of the film. End of the story. It was okay. Nothing special. None of the deaths were particularly stand out apart from that screwy drill bit. All the other bits, peh, who cares? Bit of a throwaway film. It's amazing that they found it though from the 80s. That didn't actually happen, it was just part of the way that they're presenting it. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. Here comes the cops. Man, we didn't find any boy. So the surviving girl's being driven back to town, and she sees that the coroner's van that was driving the body of the killers at the roadside, and the killers escaped. Oh my god, what a unique situation. Not bad, I'll give it 5 out of many. You dig? Good. I don't really care. 80s film, no it's not. Teenagers, no they're not. Bye.
Thank you ever so much for watching my very good video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Very Good channel and come back next week for another very good video. A video to watch. Now, it's a good video.